In this video, we're gonna be taking a tracker topper 1436 John boat from this to this. Stick around and see how we do it. We about to send it. So I'm not sure why, but there's like a ton of YouTubers out there these days that are all filming in their car for some weird reason or while they're driving. I don't know why, but figured since everybody else is doing it, I might as well try it. So we're headed up to the shop. Ryan is up there now with some dude there working on this kit. So the kit is called the Weekend Warrior Kit, and it's based off of a 1436 John boat. We designed it so that if you have a 1436 or maybe even a 1442, 1448, somewhere in that range, you will have all the aluminum hatches, electrical supplies, everything that you need to build a boat exactly like what we are doing in this video. Now it's gonna have enough aluminum and materials to where you can kind of change it up a little bit if you want to, but the idea is for beginners that have never built a boat out of aluminum and decked one out and done a bunch of crazy stuff to it. It's a really easy, simple to follow kit, and we'll have a full video of exactly how to put everything together. I'll leave a link to it up here. It'll be on the Tiny Boat Nation channel, and you can check it out for the full build, all the instructions, every last little thing that you need to know. And we call it the Weekend Warrior Kit because it's supposed to be able to be done by 1 or 2 people in about a weekend. And it is now Friday at 6 o'clock. I am headed up to the shop because I told Ryan, if you're gonna call it the Weekend Warrior Kit, we need to make sure that it can actually be done in a weekend. So that's what we're doing. But I'm definitely not sold on this whole filming and driving thing. Not for this guy. So I will see you guys at the shop. Oh look, here we are. There's Ryan doing the tard wave. Oh no, it's raining. Better put these in 4-wheel drive mode. What have we got here? All right, so taking a quick look at the kit, this is everything that's gonna come in it. Now it's a basic kit. This is not a budget kit. This is a basic kit that's everything you need to take a 1436 or similar size John boat, put a lid up front, a lid in the back. You get a trolling motor tray, a recessed foot control tray, all the rivets and aluminum that you need. Now to add on to that kit, you can do a basic electrical package. It's going to include a switch panel,
battery on-off switch, trolling motor circuit breaker, and a 6-game fuse panel.
Then there's another add-on that you can do all the safety stuff if you want that, which is going to include your front and rear navigation lights, your bilge pump, and bilge pump plumbing kit. All right, here is our test subject boat. Ryan, what is this?
This is a 1436 tracker topper, probably one of the most common 1436 boats you can get.
Do you know what year it is?
No, probably it's...
Oh, here's the guy that owns the boat that we were talking about earlier. Hey, guy.
Hey. Patrick.
Do you know what year this is?
I believe it's like a 2007-8, but I
okay,
can't say
cool.
for sure.
And it's just a regular old 1436, 3 people, 426 pounds. Nothing fancy at all, but we're gonna make it real fancy. So here we are back Saturday morning. Ryan and whatever the guy's name is that owns this boat, they were here till about 10:30ish last night working. They got most of the framing on the upper part of the front deck done. Got this spot up here for the trolling motor foot tray, and got this cap. So we're gonna get back to it. We gotta put in the upright supports to get this thing all decked, and then move on and start working on the back. So the boat is all done. It is ready to do some mud motor speed testing. But before I can do that, I just can't leave good enough alone. We got to put one of my extra fancy paint jobs on this thing. Let's get it. If you want a full step-by-step video on how you do this boat and build it exactly like what you see here, I've got a link to that down in the description box below and right up here if you want to go check it out. But what's really cool about the Weekend Warrior kit is it's completely customizable. There's enough aluminum and materials in this kit to really design your boat however you want. If you want to leave the bench seats in, you can. If you want to cut them out, you can. You can make your deck shorter, you can make it taller, you can have less cockpit space, more cockpit space, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it with this kit because it has enough materials built into it. Now, I've already taken this boat out and started doing some speed testing, and I'll have a full speed test video with all the different mud motor sizes coming up on this channel very soon. But I know the big question that a lot of you are going to have is, can you use this kit to build a boat that's suitable to run a mud motor, specifically a longtail mud motor? And the answer is yes, it can be done, and without removing the bench seat, building the boat exactly how you see it today, it actually rides okay with a mud motor. But that's not really the purpose of the layout of this boat. This one is really built more towards people that want to spend a lot of time fishing. You need some front deck space to fish and some back deck space to fish. So what I've decided to do, along with the help of Tiny Boat Nation, is we're going to be putting together another Weekend Warrior kit that is more specifically geared towards people that want to run longtail mud motors, and the layout of the boat will be more suitable for people that want to use it as a duck hunting boat as well as a fishing boat. But in order to design a new Weekend Warrior kit, we got to get a new Weekend Warrior boat, and that's what I got right here. This is a Fisher Marine 1436. I've already taken the measurements on it. It is exactly the same size as the Tracker Topper 1436. So I already have some ideas in my head of the way I want to lay this out and some of the things I want to include in the new Weekend Warrior kit. But I want to hear you guys' opinion. Let me know what you would like to see in the mud motor version of the Weekend Warrior kit, and I will take that into consideration when we're doing the design. A Send It video would not be complete without some time in the haters corner. I've got my haterade in my cups, so here we go. If you're not familiar with the haters corner, what we like to do at the end of every video is stand in a corner and see who was the most butthurt in the comment section over the last couple of weeks. And because we know that people on the internet are super sensitive, we don't use their real names. We just call them Scooter. Our first Scooter left a comment and wrote, "As a diehard Notre Dame fan, I can't help but hate you all because of your new dickhead coach." Well, of course, if you don't already know, I'm an LSU fan, and it's okay. We felt the same way about Saban. Everybody loves him until they leave your team. And I get a lot of hate on my YouTube videos for being an LSU fan, but very rarely do I get one from Notre Dame. So I feel I need to do a public service announcement and let everyone know some things about Notre Dame fans that you may not know. If you ever see a Notre Dame fan out riding around in their vehicle, you'll notice that they probably have their college diploma plastered up against the window. That is so that they can park in the handicap spots. Now you know. And last but not least, useful information about Notre Dame fans is what is the difference between a Notre Dame fan and a 3-week-old puppy? The difference is, at some point, the puppy will stop whining. Our next Scooter left a comment on my 16-foot boat build video, and he wanted to be very, very critical of everything that I did. Scooter writes, "I like how you did foam on half the floor and left the floor under the hatches untouched." It's because I wasn't finished with the boat yet. But whatever. I also like how you did the deck material, then built more framing, trapping the deck material below the new frame, making future replacement or work virtually impossible to do correctly. I also like how you think that the simple art of adding more mass somehow gives it a mechanical advantage, not considering actual engineering at all. The cut-in work on the decking material looked pretty nice as well, especially along the sides. I like how there is no live well storage and no bilge. The signs of a top-notch build for sure. But most impressive is your inane chatter and smack talking during the entire build. The way you stand there with your neatly trimmed facial pubes and run your mouth at the end was priceless. I wish I had the confidence to do trash work, then talk smack on all the viewers, bass fishermen, bass boats, women, and probably a couple I missed. Good job, Captain Karen. You're so hip. Too hip for me for sure. I'll stick to the people that are actually thankful and decent at building stuff. Wow, that was a whole lot of hate in one comment. But the thing that stuck out to me the most about everything that Scooter says, I cannot believe he called me Captain Karen. I have nowhere near a Karen haircut, and I have never in my life asked for a manager, like ever. What the hell? Thank you for the nice long and drawn out comment there, Scooter, but I'm very sorry to inform you that in order to insult me, I must first value your opinion, but nice try. Our next Scooter writes, "The Ruck Underground in movies and the counter to this mountain man or wild man group, they hike the USA and get jobs, live in area and move on, honestly make place better. The Rucks, they ruck your sack, play military, F up a lot of people, target vets, and like that, get homeless and use them to bum fights, or use them up bum fights to broken runners or stuff, goes over the Atlantic to Africa, Ghana, to Italy, over land back to Florida, supposed pirate connections and target cray, one everyday superheroes or so good era, they make television shows like that Cable One a decade back or so, the Ruck." I don't know a whole lot about what just happened in that comment, but I do know one thing for sure. If this Scooter was walking through the forest, he would definitely be taking the psychopath. Our next Scooter wrote, "Had a Scooterette say it was taking away from the purity of the original John boat. My Scooter comment, she can't hand Americans evolving boats or doing Masonic crafts on their own." This is America. This is the land of the free. You are absolutely free, Scooter, to be as stupid as you want to be. But I think you're starting to abuse the privilege. Did someone put some cray-cray in the public water system over the last couple of weeks? Because, man, these scooters are off the chain. Our next Scooter wrote, "You're asking us to use proper English when we talk crap on your videos, but you as an LSU fan can't even spell the word go without adding 20 extra letters to the 2-letter word. So are we supposed to use proper English or your muddled English?" But speaking of the Cajun funky words that we use sometimes, when we tell jokes, we don't tell jokes like Little Johnny jokes, we tell jokes about Boudreaux. And sadly, when Boudreaux was fishing, he had a really, really bad heart attack and he passed away. His wife Marie had to write into the local newspaper to do his obituary. In her obituary, she wrote, "Yesterday, Boudreaux died while fishing." The newspaper people called her and was like, "Hey, look, this is an obituary for your husband that died. You got like 10 whole lines. Fill them up. Put some more information in there. Give us some more stuff to put in the newspaper for his obituary." So Marie writes back, Yesterday, Boudreaux died while fishing. Boat is for sale. Our honorable mention for this week is Scooter writes, Bama fans only say Roll Tide because they can't spell elephants. Just say it. Them old Roll Tide boys with their RT. You know what I always say? Can't spell retard without RT. Go Tigers.